Yo, what's going on? It's your favorite black YouTuber, and welcome back to the Goon Podcast. And you saw the thumbnail and the title, and yeah, we're at fault for a lot of the scummy behavior that companies do. And no, I'm not a secret PR agent for anybody. Let me explain. We'll mostly be covering game companies for this video, but let's start with Call of Duty. I haven't been a Call of Duty fan since, Black Ops 3 really, and a lot of other people have slowly just stopped playing COD over the years for one simple reason. One is getting fucking ridiculous, and two, the gameplay it's losing its core mechanic. You went from boots on the ground, real combat army shit, to now you gotta worry about a nigga flying over your head, somebody coming up behind you and then hitting you with like a rubber baseball bat, and then hitting a brick over your head, or better yet, fucking Snoop Dogg smoking you, pun intended. And it's just been slowly getting more and more ridiculous over the years, and it's been like this constantly because the player base just doesn't back up what they say. Constantly people complain about, oh, COD isn't realistic anymore, COD has so much weird shit going on, what is this, what is that? Yet they continue to play these games. Every game, every popular game has their set content creators, you know, they're the Call of Duty content creators, they're the Apex Legends content creators, and they're partially the voice of the community. So they'll make videos pointing out what they don't like in the new season, or what they should bring back, what should they nerf, buff, anything like that. Yet there's just one simple problem. Not only they have, but everyone in the whatever community you're a part of. Nobody stops playing the fucking game. You've seen it before, you've seen so many people say, oh, this game is dead, that game's dead, but that's really just a bit of flavor text for saying that they're not happy with the current state of the game. And when the data doesn't match up with what the players are saying, the devs aren't in any rush whatsoever to change anything. Once they see the player count drop, you would be surprised how fast they get off their ass. They could be on a holiday break and they will revert some shit with just one developer. Let's go on to Overwatch. For years, again, people have just been saying the game is dead when it's really not. It's in a very healthy state, especially now. And I'll admit, I was a Overwatch player for maybe 6 or 7 years, no pun intended. And I did relapse recently, but I'm okay now. I relapsed only for a video, I swear. And constantly, my gripes with that game were just, it was very unbalanced. They would release characters like Malga and just make the tanks the main core of the entire gameplay. If you don't know, Malga is a character who I consider one very overpowered to this day, and a jack of all trades. He can burn you, he can crowd control, he can stun you, he can heal himself and his allies if I'm remembering correctly, and he just has a fuck ton of health. Not to mention, I believe that some of his health is armor, which takes damage reduction. And even recently, when I made that video, a new character, I believe her name was Domina, her entire kit is extremely annoying to play with. In comp games, we have hero bans. And almost every single time, Domina is getting a hero ban, and I know exactly why. I got to play against her once, and I can see 100% why she's banned every single time. She has a shield that she places down, and it's divided into square segments, meaning that you can't just take off one chunk of the entire barrier. You have to shoot one square, and then shoot the next square to make a big enough opening to actually do any good damage. She also has an ability to push you back. And it's a main talking point for the entire Overwatch community. And I don't know, I could be wrong, maybe they did nerf her recently, I haven't been keeping up with it. But if the player base just all came together and said, let's not play the game for at least a week until they fix this shit, it will be fixed immediately, post-haste, within a 2-minute time span. Prime example, Marvel Rivals. When that came out and people decided to play that over Overwatch because it finally had competition, suddenly, you know, Blizzard devs decided to get off their ass and start making new story, releasing new heroes, and all the sort. Literally, all it takes is just for people to not boot the game up for a considerable amount of time. And that's it. That's all. On to Apex Legends. A lot of people like to complain about the microtransactions. I believe that one heirloom cost 150 buckaroos. And you know how EA is, notorious for having the title of most stingiest game company. I don't spend money on the game at all, so I'm not a part of this group in particular. But every time this shop resets, every time a new event comes out, the price is constantly a problem. And it's just so simple. Just don't buy it. Not only because it's fucking high as hell, but also because they'll lower the price. It's really just a collective group effort that needs to be made for these things to just be in our favor. They need us to play these games way more than we need to play them. Just a handful of time. Not buying anything from not buying the battle pass, not buying any cosmetics, no heirlooms or anything of the sort. And guaranteed, they're either gonna lower the prices, put them on sale or something, or put in some new mechanic or new gameplay event that lets you get Apex coins. I don't know. They're gonna do something about it though. Imagine if that shit just backfired and they took all the cosmetics away. Oh yeah, they definitely did something about it. Dead by Daylight, I've been getting a fairly big influx of subscribers from my DBD content, and I'm a DBD player. Not constantly, but whenever I need to make a video and a little bit off camera. And you already know what I'm gonna say. If you know DBD, you know what I'm gonna say. Pallets, it's survivor sided. Some killers are just broken and they haven't fixed it for years on end. For anyone who doesn't play DBD, you might have heard of it. Asymmetrical killer game, amazing rage baiter, and they like to do this thing where they release new updates and absolutely nothing happens. I've never seen a game company release updates and then the game gets worse. But let's stay on track. They've licensed the Ghostface from the Scream movies, and from release all the way up until now, there's been a bug where bot teammates can reveal the Ghostface through walls. Still hasn't been fixed. They released their own killer, named the Houndmaster, which, as the name would suggest, they send their dog out to grab the survivors and put them in unfavorable position. And the dog has bot pathing. Constantly is getting stuck in between nook and crannies. Constantly, the entire character just fucking breaks because the dog decided to lick his ass in a random corner. And constantly, this game just makes bad decisions. And I'll admit, even though I'm perfect, I'll admit my flaw. I'm a part of the problem as well, because I'm still playing DBD. I'm still playing it through all these flaws, through all the gameplay mechanics that I just don't like, I hate. And that's 100% a part of the problem. Constantly, every single day. I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. Every day, maybe even every minute, someone's complaining about something. Oh, this killer is too overpowered, this killer is too weak, survivors are too overpowered, this thing is broken, that thing is broken. Bully squads, swifts, gen rushing, ghoul players, blight killers, nurse players. And this would all just crumble and fade away if two things happened. One, a new horror game came out to give them some competition, which would force a lot of people to just go and play that game if it's better. And in turn force DBD to make some big boy changes and put on the big boy slack. Or two, people just stop playing the game. I do want to add this last part right here. Like I said earlier, most games have their own dedicated YouTubers or streamers or whatever, and it must suck being a content creator for those types of games and knowing that your game just isn't going to get better anytime soon. You're just making constant videos. Oh, Black Ops is back at it again. DBD new update just broke the game, and it's just never gonna end. And then you're low-key forced to play it because that's kind of what you built your whole channel on. I would never consider myself a DBD content creator. I could never see myself playing this a lot. But I'll drop this shit just like Overwatch, and then relapse like 3 months later. But yeah, I just wanted to rant about this for a little bit. Had a lot to say, said a lot, didn't get anything accomplished. Because the people who are gonna play the games, they'll play them, and the people who won't. You feel me?